eXp is a pyramid scheme. I've heard that time and time again. And in this video, we're going to break down exactly what eXp actually really is when it comes to its rev share model. And I'm also going to break down how the old traditional brokerage model worked so you can decide after this video if it actually is a pyramid scheme or if it's just another way of doing business. Ready? So let's go. So when I first started the research on eXp, a lot of the competitors of this model, put down this whole thing about that eXp is a pyramid scheme. So I also felt that it was a pyramid scheme. And that word pyramid scheme drives a lot of people away from joining the company, because why would you want to join a pyramid scheme? Because that has a negative connotation to it, correct? Yes. So that kind of even drove me away of even wanting to do research in the company. I wish somebody shared with me what I'm about to share with you so you can go ahead and make your educated decision on what eXp actually is. All right. And the other thing that I want to even really dig down into before I even go on and show you the whole pyramid thing is, yes, eXp is a pyramid. Everything is a pyramid. What my traditional brokerage models that I was a part of was also a pyramid. But there is no scheme in eXp. All right? There's no scheme. So take the word scheme out of it. Is it a pyramid? Sure. Everything in life is pretty much a pyramid. But I'm going to break down exactly how this pyramid benefits the realtor more than you would at a traditional brokerage model. Okay? So let's get right to it, all right? So I have a handy dandy pen, little writing thing here so you can visually see it, all right? So this is the old model. So let's go to the old model first, right? This is your traditional brokerage model where, your Remaxes, your Sotheby's, any brokers that was selling a franchise, this is the model. So in this franchise, you had realtors here, right? Here's the realtor. They were really at the bottom of this pyramid, if you will. And then you had your broker owner, right? You had your broker owner here. BO, because broker owners stink. I'm just kidding. They don't stink. They're amazing. I love my old broker owners, but it's just funny. BO. All right. So you have your broker owner here. Then on top of that, you have your region. Okay, your region. And then you have your actual franchise, which is split between national and international. All right, so this is your franchise here. So whether that be, whatever it is, whatever franchise. Like if somebody buys a Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? If somebody buys a Starbucks, they are buying the franchise so they can sell for Starbucks coffee. If somebody buys a McDonald's franchise, they are buying that franchise so that is McDonald's coffee, right? Or McDonald's burgers or whatever. So if somebody opens up, let's say, a Remax or a Keller Williams or a Century 21, they are buying that franchise so they can hire agents under that brand. So it's the franchise model, okay? So this was the old franchise model, and let's get back to it here. So here's the realtor. The realtor here is at the bottom of the model, okay? Which is fine. That's what we signed up for. So when a realtor sells a house, the realtor quarterbacks this entire pyramid because they are bringing money to everybody. They are the ones that are working. They're on that transaction treadmill. They are working so they can feed the beast. So this is how they feed the beast. So for example, let's say this realtor is on, an 80-20 split. They sell a house. They make 80% of it. And then 20% here goes to the broker owner. Then a percentage of that goes to the region, right? And a percentage of that goes to national and international. Well, it might not even be a percentage of the actual sale of the home. It might be more dues that you have to pay, like franchise dues on top of your desk fees. all of that kind of stuff. The reality is the real estate agent here is quarterbacking everything in this entire transaction in the old traditional model. So you were in the old model when I've been part of Remax and Century 21 and those brokerages. I'm very grateful for them. This is not a bash on traditional brokerages. They had a time and place for me in my career. I actually am indebted to them because I say that time and time again. Without my real estate license, I would not have hit financial freedom so that I can, live a better quality of life. So this was an amazing model. So now what you have to understand is anytime a disruptor comes along, which is eXp is a disruptor. Let me give you an example of another disruptor. Uber disrupted taxis. Okay. And when taxis found out there was a new way for people to travel, they started, of course, they had a monopoly on that business. And so here comes Uber. So what taxi, companies did, not just the drivers, but people that own those big corporate companies that own all the taxis and all the plates, they were like, hey, do not take an Uber because Uber drivers are just regular people that are not insured. And basically they put all this fear mongering into the industry and said, if you take an Uber, you're going to get kidnapped. Hey, man, I took plenty of Uber and I'm not kidnapped. Actually, I find it more convenient because I know when the vehicle is coming. Remember back in the day when you called a taxi, you're calling them, you don't know when they show up. And then when you leave, you're in a rush and now you got to pay the person and get change and leave a tip. And it's a whole thing. At an Uber, I can time everything because I know when the Uber is arriving through the app. I get in the vehicle. If I'm in a rush, or even if I'm not, I don't have to play around with my wallet or my credit card. I just simply leave the vehicle. I don't have to pay because I pay at the end. It's way more convenient. Uber is so good, it even delivers me dinner through Uber Eats some nights. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's go back to the fear mongering of the industry. So eXp is coming along and it's disrupting the industry, right? In all markets, market leaders are always shifting and disruption always happens. So right now, eXp has disrupted the real estate sales industry. So everybody at the top is saying, hey, eXp is a pyramid scheme. Well, here's a cool thing. Well, let's go into what eXp actually is in the pyramid. And then we'll kind of, get back into what I was saying here about the pyramid scheme. Okay. Okay. So what the new model did, what happened here in the new model with eXp, they got rid of the middle person. There is no middle people. So now this pyramid, if you will, is basically realtor on one side, all right? And then you have ownership. That's all it is. It's a 50-50 split between the realtors and ownership. That's all you got here. Okay, so now basically what eXp did is Glenn Sanford, the creator of the model, he got rid of the franchise model. Don't need it. You don't have to have a huge buy-in to help grow this company. Whereas before in the other traditional models, you would have to have a huge buy-in to buy this company. And that gives you the right to attract agents and grow the company. Well, in this new model at eXp, they're like, no, you do not have to buy a franchise. Guys, imagine this. You get all the benefits of agent growth and residual income through revenue share, right? And that's exactly what broker owners did. They wanted to buy the franchise so they can go get a whole bunch of real estate agents so they can go and get residually a piece of all the money that those real estate agents, houses that they sold. Simple. But now real estate agents are helping real estate agents. Okay. So back to this example, we have a 7-tier compensation model. It's actually a 7-tier compensation model where agents helping agents, helping agents, helping agents, helping agents 7 times. So we're paying each other. So we have this like pooled commission source, if you will. So instead of us making the ownership rich and the regions rich and the broker owners rich, we're making each other rich. It was about $250 million. I think it was a little over, right? But I want to kind of underestimate. This year alone, eXp has shared $250 million ish with realtors through revenue share. Okay? They have shared that with us. That was our 50%. This money would originally have went all here, right? It would have went to ownership and all these kind of things. But because eXp does not market the company, and because they don't have bricks and mortar to pay all these expenses of rent and all these things, they have more revenue to share. So it's a 50-50 split with realtors and ownership. That's the pyramid. Okay, I don't know about you, but this secondary new model pyramid makes a lot more sense to me than the old one, because I'm the realtor. I'm quarterbacking the deal. I'm on this transaction treadmill, and everybody's taking a piece of my transaction. If I don't sell, that whole machine dies. Well, I rather help other realtors because other realtors are helping me. We're incentivizing each other's businesses. So whoever I joined a sponsor, I have 7 people above me, all right? 6 above me, and I would be the 7th in my organization. And then I would be the first with the people below me. Does that make sense? But let's go above. I have 7 rock stars ready to help me in my business. That's why who you sponsor with at eXp is very important. I have rock stars above me. I became a rock star, and I'm a rock star in real estate myself. So now the people that have joined me, they have all these rock stars that are helping them. Does that make sense? You really need to understand. So now, if I have all these real estate agents, huge team leaders, big influencers, one of my sponsors are number 2 in the world when it came for selling houses. It's just ridiculous, all the help that I get. They are helping me and pouring into me. Whereas when I was in my brick and mortar traditional brokerage, they're not incentivized to help me. They're not here to help me because what do they get out of it? They get nothing out of it. So if they get nothing out of it, why would they help me at all? Right? Maybe at the water cooler, they'll give me a little bit of advice. But when I was in my traditional brick and mortar, like the Remaxes, the Sotheby's, the Century 21s, actually all the realtors in the same office were my competition. Because we were in the same city, in the same office, farming all the neighborhoods around the office. People were going after my expired listings. It was a shit show, right? I used to have to walk around the office secretively so people don't know who we're talking to. I mean, people are stealing each other's clients. Like, I'm not making it like bad that's the way it is all the time. But what I'm saying is there is no collaboration. So even if it's like that some of the time, there is no collaboration for your business to get better. So because real estate agents are the ones that are on the floor, because real estate agents are the ones that are on the field, we are the ones that can help other real estate agents more than one broker owner trying to help hundreds of agents. Now we have agents helping agents and sharing in a pooled revenue share. It's amazing. For me, it's amazing. So what you really need to understand that it's not a pyramid scheme. So let's talk about the scheme. So in a typical MLM pyramid scheme, there needs to be a buy-in. Okay? Hey, this water bottle, this water bottle right here, this water bottle right here keeps your water so cold and it's going to make you lose 10 pounds, right? Drink it and it's going to make you lose 10 pounds, but you got to drink a lot of it. That's the product, let's just say. All right. So I want to make money in this pyramid scheme. So what's the first thing I got to do for the person that's bringing me into this pyramid scheme? They're like, Rick, listen, this water is going to make everyone lose 10 pounds. I promise you, but they just got to drink a lot of it. The first thing you got to do, Rick, is you got to buy package A, B, or C. Package B is the most popular. It comes with an X amount of water bottles. Here you go. It costs $3,500. Cool. I write my check of $3,500. I buy my water product, which I can go sell now or consume, whatever it is. But the point is now they take my buy-in, the $3,500 buy-in, and now they spread it up the pyramid. That's a scheme, right? Because there's a buy-in. I don't even know if that's a scheme. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not educated enough to call that a scheme, okay? But that's what people really look at. Now I have hundreds of water bottles in my garage that I got to go sell. But the problem is it's my buy-in that gets distributed, right? At eXp and at a traditional brokerage model, there is no buy-in. Joining eXp is free. Yes, there's a desk fee or technology fee compared to a desk fee at a traditional brokerage model, but that's a monthly fee that's washed that you pay anywhere. That's not a buy-in. When you're opening up a franchise, like I gave in the old model, that is a buy-in. You have to open up a franchise. At eXp, there's absolutely no buy-in. There's not, hey, I got to spend $5,000 to join eXp. Now they take my $5,000 and distribute it. Here's what I'm trying to say, and this is very important for you to understand. Houses sell. And when houses sell, the company takes a portion of that commission. At eXp, it's an 80-20 split, a $16,000 cap. So I go to 100% commission after 3-4 sales in my neighborhood. Okay, I have a high priced area. However, okay, so there's a cap, but there's no buy-in. So that 80-20 split, there's always been a split in real estate. But instead of that 20% going to the broker owner and up that pyramid chain, it's coming to realtors. 50% of that split goes to eXp. 50% of it is shared with realtors. Plus, there's a boost. So realtors get more than 50%. But that's a different story for a different day. I can break that down for you guys in another video. But if you want to see that, you got to give me some love. So hit the subscribe button. Give me a like. But if you have any questions, enter it in the comments. All right? Just to summarize, look, people call eXp a pyramid scheme. Well, it's not. It's not a pyramid scheme. Everything in life, every corporation, every business, there's a hierarchy. This is a hierarchy of equality where realtors are paying realtors rather than making the broker owners and the owners of these companies rich. That's all it is. We're sharing the money amongst each other. There is absolutely no buy-in, so there is no scheme. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. And, education is what we really need to do. So the only thing that I, offer advice that I can offer anybody that is, intelligent in business, just be open, be curious, have curiosity to learn more. That's what I did. Look, I've been in the business for 20 years now. So I love the traditional brokerage model. When somebody reached out to be eXp, I ignored them for a year. I understand where a lot of people are coming from. And I would have all these things in my head. But when I was curious enough to do my homework, like you are if you're watching this video, I started unpacking things and learning what this company really is. Whether you like it or not, after you do your homework, I'm cool with that. Because my favorite color is green, yours might be red. We don't have to like the same thing. But to judge something before you do your homework, that's just not smart business, and I'm not really cool with that. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.